Hello children, good morning to all. How are you all? Children, I hope you all are keeping fine and you have taken good care of yourself during these holidays. Children, today we are going to do geography from your geography book, class 9 hydrosphere. Before we can start any explanation, I just wanted to tell you that hope you all have completed your project work. Children, I gave you the different natural vegetations of the world, and I hope you have made your project properly, neat and clean. And one thing I want to tell you, children, you must have got circular from school that from tomorrow onward, that is from 1st of July, your parents can come to school. They can submit your project work and along with your school fees. Give your project, cover it with brown paper, children, and put a slip on that, write your name, class neatly, and then submit. Tell your parents to submit it in school. And children, I hope you all are going to pay your fees along with your project file. These project file are very important, children, because you know that marks will be added for your board exams. You all are having ninth board also, so children, they are very important. Please do your work properly and send your project file and submit in the office. Now children, we are going to start the lesson hydrosphere. Before this, children, before this lesson, we have done whole lot of section 2 from your geography book, and the chapters that we have already completed is earth structure, landform the earth, rocks, volcanoes, earthquake, weathering, denudation, and now comes hydrosphere. Now children, you can see from your slide now, the earth surface is covered with, now see, there are four parts, that is atmosphere, lithosphere, biosphere and hydrosphere. Before going through the book, children, I am telling you all this from the slide. First you look into the slide properly, and these are the extra things that I am going to tell you apart from the whatever is given in the book. To make the investigations easier, the surface of the earth has been divided into four groups. Now children, so that one by one we can teach you the all four parts. It will be easier for you to study. So first is lithosphere, then hydrosphere, then atmosphere and the biosphere. This I have already taught you in the previous lesson. Lithosphere is the part of the earth, land. Then hydrosphere means watery form, the water on the earth. Atmosphere, you all know, the blanket of air that surround the earth is atmosphere, and the place where all the three realms of the meet, like atmosphere, lithosphere and hydrosphere, where all the three meets, that part is known as biosphere, where we can get the land, the air and the water. So this you can see easily in the slide. Now in the next slide, when you will see, now here you will see that what is the meaning of hydrosphere. This word comes from the ancient Greek hydro, which means water, and sphere means sphere. Then it refers to the water on, under and over the surface of the earth. Means it is found in the form of like ocean, then rainwater, then underground water, then surface water. All these form of waters comes under the term hydrosphere. The next slide that you will see, children, in this they are showing that the water cycle. Now water cycle you must have done in your previous classes also, children, that there is always the same amount of water on the earth. Now water may change their forms, but it is always there, the same amount remains there on the earth. Water appears in different states, you all know, you must have done in your science also. The forms of water are liquid, gas and solid forms. Water continuously move between the atmosphere, the ocean and the continent. They can be found in any form, solid, liquid or gas, but they are always there in the slide, then you can see, then you will understand very easily the graph that they are showing, like in glass of water, then how cloud is formed, precipitation is also there. So by the help of all this, you will understand the topic hydrosphere very easily. Then comes the next one, and this will tell you, and children, first of all, you don't get confused, this is not there in your book. Later on there will be it, you may find it in your book, but at present I am showing you so that you can understand the topic properly. Then continual movement is called the water cycle. You have done that, how forms of the water keep on changing. So this cycle is known as water cycle. That is, first is evaporation. Water evaporates into the atmosphere where it cools. Then condensation takes place. As it gets cooler on the atmosphere, it condenses and forms cloud. After that, precipitation. Different type of form of water is known as precipitation. When cloud cannot absorb anymore, when it is get saturated, there is precipitation in the form of rain, snow or hail. Some precipitation fall on the land, flowing into the lake and river. Other water filters into the ground, becoming groundwater. So from groundwater comes from where? The water that falls on the earth, that seeps inside the soil, forms the underground water. Then transportation. Water in the river or groundwater is transported to the ocean and seas again, and the water cycle begins again. So same kind of thing. When you travel in the circular plane, then you will start from one point, and while traveling all along, you will come to the same point. That is your cycle. In the same way, this transportation takes place, children. So children, this is way how water cycle is formed, and here you see a beautiful diagram which shows you the water cycle. You must be thinking that we have so many times we have done water cycle. Once again we'll repeat it, children. See here, beautifully water cycle is been given, and children, after doing this water cycle, I will read the chapter from the book. This is the last slide today's. I will show you. Number 1, number 2 is given. You can see the picture and then read. First one is that the sun heats the ocean. You see the sunlight, how the rays is falling on the surface of the water, and the ocean water evaporate and rises into the air. You see this water is rising, and then the water vapor cools and condenses to become droplets, which forms cloud. Number 3, you see that it is the drops, they come together, they condenses and they form cloud. Then in the 4th place, you will see that if enough water condenses, the drops become heavy enough to fall to the ground as rain and snow. When lot of raindrops condenses and they come together, a big cloud is formed, and when it is fully saturated, no other drop can mix with that, then it falls in the form of rain and water and snow. Some rain collects in the groundwater, that I just now told you, ground wells. The rest flows through river back into the ocean, from river then into the ocean. This is the way the cycle of water cycle takes place. And hydrosphere means dealing with the water. When we talk about hydrosphere, you remember that we are talking about water. Children, now this slide I have shown you. Reading part, children, we can do in the next class. I have told you this because this is not in the book. This is the extra things that I have told you. From next class, in the next geography class, I will read the chapter and explain. By the time you yourself read the chapter till the tides, you will take the chapter from the first page, that you will take hydrosphere. In that you cover ocean water, water on land, wave and tides. That much you read, and then I will explain you that part. Children, please remember to tell your parents, request your parents to submit your practical project and cover it properly with brown paper, and give it to the office along with your school fees. Thank you, children. Have a good day.